What's going on, everybody? Mike Hill Hobbies here again, and I have an excellent product to unbox and review today. This one comes from MINOVA. I actually came across this on Amazon, and I reached out to them, asked them if they could send this to me so I could review it on this channel. This here is a foam cutting toolkit. So if you are into making props, if you are into DIY decorations, if you just collect really awesome tools, if you're looking to get into DIY decorations dealing with foam, if you got some foam to cut, this review is going to be for you. Okay, so let's open it up, check it out. So a few things to note on this here. This is a cordless foam cutter. This is the model SP0402. There is another model, SP0401. This is the one they sent me. This is a max 8 volt lithium ion battery in this thing. 2000 milliamp hour battery, so you're gonna have plenty of time to work with this tool. It has overload protection. The charger is a USB-C type charger. Fast charge, 1-year warranty. There's this side of the box. There. There. MINOVA. So first thing you're greeted with here is the cordless rechargeable foam cutter manual. This says functions, applications, what the package includes, technical data, safety warnings, operation, how to charge, maintenance, etc. As you can see, everything is packaged very, very nicely. Having this foam insert is huge with me. I can't stand it when I buy something and everything's just thrown in a box and it's just slammed to one side. Sometimes some things are broken. So thank you to MINOVA for going the extra step and making sure your product is going to be safe and secure whenever it gets to us end users and purchasers. Just from seeing the way they've gone the extra mile to package this thing up, I'm expecting that this is going to be a very high quality tool. I just love how they make sure that we are getting something well packaged, nice, and when it comes to us, it's going to be ready to use. Thank you very much to MINOVA for that. So looking down here in the contents, we get a better view now. We have our USB-C charger cord. We have this, which I'm definitely excited about. This is the desktop holder. So you just undo this clamp. You can put it on your desktop, and then the tool slides through here and you can start cutting hands-free. So that is very nice right there. You have this very nice tip right here to use for any kind of engraving. You could use this to cut with too, but this is going to be used to more so make impressions. We have the actual power source and handle itself right here. Power button. You have a light ring right here that will tell you the charging modes. This is the indicator status light. Red flashing means a low battery. Orange flashing is a medium battery. Green flashing, battery is full, and green light always on means it's completely full. So there's where you will plug in your USB-C charger. This thing has a nice textured finish to it, so it's not going to slip around in your hand. Feels very nice. Feels nice and robust. And you've got your 2-prong in there, which is going to connect to all of your fittings. Right here you have a scraper tool that they have included. Very nice to have something like that when you're working with foam. So they've even gone the extra mile to include a black marker. Got a bigger tip and a fine tip on this end for marking your foam out. That's really nice that they included that. You don't have to be looking around for something to mark your material while you have your tool ready to go. Over here we have the U-shaped tip. Very nice. Here you have your long tip. And right here, this is the big boy. Careful when you pull that out, it's going to expand. This is your long cutting knife right here. And right here is the wire that will go around here and then stretch to here. And whenever you put this on, you're going to want to make sure the tool is tightened up just a little bit like that. And you want to wrap this wire around each end like 4 times. You want to go 4 tight little wraps around here. There's a little notch right there that the wire can go on. That's on both sides. 4 wraps on both ends. And you want to squeeze this in a little bit while you do it. So here on the controller / battery, you've got the plug with a couple of notches in there. And you're going to have to line those up with the notches on the inserts. And you simply just push these things in, just like that. Push the button to turn it on and go to work. This thing is so sweet. I am very, very glad to have this. Okay, so to turn this thing on, you're going to press and hold the button about 2 to 3 seconds. You can see the green lights on, and this thing is already getting hot. Look at the smoke coming off of there. It's just from a little bit of oil on the tool. They do that in shipping just so nothing rusts out. And 1, 2, 3, about 3 seconds of the push of a button turns it right back off. Do not touch that. It's extremely hot right now. So I'm going to take this outside. I've got some foam I'm going to set up outside. Make sure whenever you're using this tool on foam, do it in a well-ventilated area or outside. You don't want to be breathing in fumes from whatever foam you're cutting, okay? Make sure you stay safe. So I got this nice big archway, like a Whoville archway that I'm working on. I've been tasked to do for a Christmas party at an office, and I am going to get this tool going for that. Before I head outside, I just want to go through and put every attachment onto the tool just to show exactly how easy it is to change these attachments out. I mean, it's simple, and they're in there nice and solid. You got to give a nice little pull to get everything out, so you don't have to worry about it coming out while you're using it. Everything's going in very nicely. Last attachment is the big knife. Pops right in. Very nice. We're going to get some wire strung across this one. All right, so we're going to get the long hot knife all set up. We've got the provided wire here. Just going to pull this out a little bit. Oh, make sure you keep your fingers on it. It's going to want to unravel on you. So I'm going to stretch out, I would say roughly 14, 15 inches of wire here, okay? And then I'm going to clip that off. All right, set that to the side, and then make sure you tighten your wire back up around this foam holder that they've provided. Okay. It's nice that this thing is foam, because once you cut the amount you need, you can just take the tip and shove it right into the foam, and it'll stay right there where you need it. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. So you want to get about 4 wraps on here, and they're just going to be little wraps. You're going to go right in. Hopefully this will show up. There's a notch right there, and that's where you want the cable to come down to the other arm, and then vice versa on the other arm, there's a notch there. So you're gonna start in that notch there, okay? Hold it tight. Give yourself a good 4 wraps, okay? So there's 1, come around 2, come around 3, and then 4. All right, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and clip the excess here. Make sure you tuck that in so you don't prick your little fingers. Okay, now whenever you take this, whenever you stretch this cable across to the other arm here, you want to make sure you squeeze these in just like that. So instead of being an oddball U, you want it to be more in the shape of like a football goal post. So I'm just gonna stick this end down on my work surface here, push down, and then I'm gonna wrap around here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll go 5 just for fun. The manual says about 4 times. So now you can see I've got it squeezed in, and this is how the manual describes you should actually do it. So there's plenty more wire provided. They provide you with a ton of extra wire. So if this wire gets too nasty or breaks or anything like that, they've provided you with a bunch more wire, and you can always get more if you run out. So I've got this sawhorse set up out here. I'm gonna put this table clamp on it. I just wanted to take a quick second and show you how well thought out just this table clamp is. So whenever you tighten or untighten this thing, the piece that's actually going up to secure it, you can see if I hold it here and loosen or tighten the clamp, this piece doesn't move with it. So definitely well thought out, because whenever you get something, whenever you start clamping down on it, if the piece that is holding it moves with the actual clamp, it'll start twisting on you. This stays still while you move it. So very well thought out. So for this desktop clamp or table clamp, you do have an arrow showing you which way the tool goes in, because it has a nice beveled edge here. Once again, thought out very nicely. Go ahead and put that on what you're going to put it on. Tighten it up just finger tight. Take your tool, insert it in the correct end. Make sure you leave your indicator light showing. Don't push it all the way in. You want to be able to see where you're at on that. Then you take your attachment, line up the grooves, push it in, and you can turn this thing whichever way you're going to need it to start doing your cuts. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to turn this thing on. We're going to see exactly how long it takes this tool to get hot and make a cut. Okay, it's time to put this thing to the very first test. I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on. We'll time it and see how long it takes to get hot enough to actually make a cut. I've got some 3/4 inch foam board here. I went ahead and used the provided marker to make some marks. And once that gets hot, we're going to feed it in. So I'm going to turn it on now. 1, 2, 3. I got my green light. Things should be heating up right now. We'll see just about how long it takes to heat up and feed this board in. So I'm going to constantly push on it here just to see. Oh, it's already, it's already super hot. Wow. That is quick. And we can just come in here, push that off. I don't have a very steady hand right now, but holy smokes, this thing is nice. Wow, this thing cuts very, very quickly. And it leaves a very nice cut mark here. You don't have to worry about the foam getting all over the place. This thing is nice. Instantly hot. Gonna go ahead and turn it off. Lights off. Wow. So that's pretty impressive. That was quick. What was that? A couple seconds, 2-3 seconds. I have to go back and watch that, but it was almost instantly. And the cuts are really nice. You just have to, pardon my hand is a little crooked, but yeah. this thing so far, this is gonna be really nice to have. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back on. I've got some pool noodle here. We'll give it a try on that. I got another piece of styrofoam. This is about 2 inches thick right here. Turn this thing on again, about 2 to 3 seconds. Lights on, and I'm gonna give it a try. Wow, extremely fast. This thing heats up so fast. If you get some residue on your wire, that's why they've provided that scraper. You can scrape your tools right off with the provided scraper. Very nice cut lines. Okay, here's a thicker, more dense styrofoam right here. You can see it's just rolling down to the bottom. That's pretty nice. All right, let's give this a try here. Wow, look at that. Holy smokes, this thing is amazing. Wow, this tool is excellent. Here I've got the long attachment in there. Gonna go ahead and turn it on. There's a couple seconds right there, and we'll give this a try. Okay, so this one takes a little bit longer. Okay, we'll keep trying. So there we go, just a few seconds. Very nice cut, cuts right through. This right here is nice for your hand control, accurate cuts that you want to do. Very, very nice. Wow. I can't believe how smooth, like butter, this thing cuts. I should have had this tool long ago. And now is when you can take your scraper and you can scrape that residue right off of your tool. Okay, so I've still got the tool hot. I got the scraper here. And yeah, wow, this works really great actually. You can scrape that residue right off of your tools and keep your tools nice and clean. Very, very thought out product. The whole kit, everything they ship with you, MINOVA really thought this one out, and you know, they gave you everything you needed in order to do the job correctly. Okay, here I've got the U or hook attachment on there. Gonna go ahead and turn it on. Got my green light. I know you can't see that because of the sunlight out here, but it's definitely on now. Just gonna give it a few seconds and we'll give it a whirl here. And wow, it's already hot. This right here I can see being very, very useful for all kinds of cutouts in foam. And if you haven't seen, I made a video of a Christmas DIY fireplace. This would have been so nice to have to actually just cut through and do the grout lines for the fireplace. Very, very nice. And lastly, for the attachments, we have this nice engraver type attachment. I've got a piece of foam here, wrote MINOVA on it. I'm gonna go ahead and see just how accurate I can do this. Now, if it doesn't come out too good, I'm definitely not gonna blame the tool. This tool is very, very nice. It's amazing. So it's probably gonna be user error if I don't get it very nice, but I'll get as close as I can here. Do not touch these tips. They are extremely hot and they will burn you. So, oh wow, super nice. M-I-N-O-V-A, MINOVA. Gonna turn this thing off. Wow, this tool is so amazing. I'm very, very glad they sent this to me. I'm gonna be using this on so many projects that I really just cannot thank MINOVA enough. Excellent, excellent, excellent product. I highly, highly recommend this. If you're a DIYer, just collect tools, looking to get into doing DIYs, if you're doing anything with foam, any kind of foam, get this now while you can. They have this at Amazon. The link will be in the description below. Thank you, MINOVA. Definitely recommend this tool. This is A+, 100% excellent quality. So my final thoughts on this cordless foam cutting tool from MINOVA is hands down one of the best tools you can get If you're a DIYer like myself, or you're gonna be doing anything with any kind of styrofoam, this is a game changer. I am absolutely blown away at how fast this thing works. As soon as you hit power button, within seconds, it's ready to use. You are not gonna be wasting any time on any projects when it comes to using this product. It's amazing. If you're looking to get into any kind of prop building or just decoration making with anything that has to do with styrofoam, get one of these kits from MINOVA. It is excellent. And by the way, if you know someone like me that makes props or does any kind of DIY, this would make an excellent gift. For somebody like me, if this was handed to me and I unwrapped that Christmas morning, birthday, or just as a gift, I would be speechless, because this is like a godsend for someone in my room. MINOVA, thank you very much for sending this to me and trusting me to do a review on your product. I love it. I definitely want more of whatever you're making, because this is top quality. This is amazing. This is time-saving, excellent, excellent product.